Hi guys, this is Sam from Fluid Social talking to you from Leblon Beach. And today what I want to talk to you is how to get yourself into that flow state of social skills, where you're out and you feel completely natural, you feel completely unburdened and completely open to talking to whoever you want. I'm sure most people have experienced that at some point, when you really have no inhibitions and you feel fully confident to express yourself authentically in public with a lot of different people. So how do you get to that state? The first answer is you've got to take that first little step. So that first step might just be asking someone where the best bar is, or what are they drinking. Some little tiny comment that doesn't really mean anything and feels a little bit pathetic, but just to open you up, just to get yourself out of that analytical zone in your mind and into that expressive physical space. Just ask something stupid. You can even laugh at yourself for asking it. Just saying like, hey, do you have the time? As if you don't have the time on your phone. Just ask them anything, just to get yourself into that motion, get yourself that first bit of momentum. The second step is eye contact. So as soon as you're talking to someone, all you need to focus on is their eyes. Now a really easy shortcut to doing this is to think about what color their eyes are. So the first thing you think is you say that comment, you look at the person's face, and you remember what color their eyes are. And that's all you need to do. Because once you're looking in their eyes, you're connecting, you're listening, you're paying attention. You're not delving back into that maze and spider's web of thoughts and narratives that are bubbling around in your head. Your focus is directly on the other person, and from this state, you're open to feeling certain feelings. So if you find that person attractive, you'll only be able to feel that sense of desire when you're connecting with them. You cannot simultaneously be thinking about what to say and finding someone else attractive. It's completely impossible. So by getting that little bit of momentum, by looking the other person in the eyes and remembering their eye color, you're going to start to feel a sense of social momentum. Now the third step is taking away any possible outcome. So when you go into that interaction, you should have a certainty in your mind that you're never going to see the person again. Now this seems a little bit counterintuitive and against some of the things I've said in the past, but there's actually a very important reason for doing this at the start of the night, which is to take away any sense that there's something to win or to lose from the interaction, and to understand that you're just there right now meeting and talking with another person, and that's all that's important. So to know that the interaction is going to go nowhere at the start, to enter that interaction, to listen and to be open to the experiences that arise inside you during that interaction, is going to allow you to actually feel certain feelings that were otherwise inaccessible to you, and it's going to allow you to actually continue with the interactions with confidence. So the fourth step is to stay in the interactions past the point that you first feel any sense of discomfort. So a lot of the times we go up and we say, yeah, look, I'm going to go and talk to this person, they look interesting, they look cool, they look attractive, and you have a short interaction, and then there's like one moment where maybe the girl that you're talking to or the person that you're talking to looks away, and you think, okay, they're not interested anymore, I'm going to go. And you say, well, anyway, have a nice day, bye-bye. But this point, this is the first hurdle. It's almost like that first little obstacle inside you is that moment where there seems to be a lack of interest or there's an awkward silence. And if you can just push past that, if you can just bring a sense of presence to you, follow one deep breath, get over that sense of awkwardness, look them in the eye and continue with the interaction, pick up where you left off and continue it, then your momentum's going to skyrocket, because your threshold for the pain of awkwardness is going to raise. You're no longer going to feel awkward so easily because you've addressed that sense of discomfort head on, and now you are more resilient to that sense of awkwardness and social inhibition inside. So this is super important, these 4 steps. The first one is take that first little step, even if it's just asking someone what the time is or asking them what they're drinking. Second step, focus on the eyes, focus on what color the eyes are, and it will be much easier for you to maintain that eye contact and stay open to experience. Phase 3, know that there's no possible outcome to this interaction, that all you're doing is staying present and listening to what the person has to say, encouraging them to say what they want to say, and there's no possible winning or losing, or there's no future in your mind. You're just there listening to them in the present moment. And the 4th step is to tolerate that first moment of awkwardness or discomfort remain present, focus on one breath and get past it, because if you do, your threshold for the pain of awkwardness is going to rise. And over time, if you continue to do this 3 days a week, 4 days a week, or even less than that, you're going to find that these interactions don't feel uncomfortable to you anymore, because you've put yourself through so much discomfort and awkwardness that the threshold just skyrockets. You feel way more comfortable and way more confident, much faster during the night. It's much quicker for you to go from going out and feeling inhibited to feeling completely open, expansive, and present in the moment. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, if you want to come out with me to the nights out in Rio de Janeiro, we've got these sort of blocos in the streets now every weekend, which are like huge street parties, people selling beers and drinks at the side of the road, typical Brazilian funk music. For those of you that are interested, type in Baile Funk into YouTube and you'll get a picture, and just hundreds of people lining the streets. So if you want to learn how to mingle in these environments, to meet interesting people, make connections, date some interesting women if that's what you're interested in, then get in contact with me and I will help you to renovate your social life here in Rio de Janeiro. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully I'll see some of you here in Rio. Sam out. Essa menina mete muito gostoso, dá pra